What's up, everybody? I got 5 fisheries for the month of April you're going to want to go target right now, so let's dive right at it. My number 5 is going to be a resurface of the month before, but it's flounder fishing. It is one of the most fun fisheries if you have not gotten to do it, to take your family, your friends, your neighbor, or just enjoy it yourself. It's almost as close to guaranteed fishing as you can get. You find the right areas, they're there. They're very aggressive, they will bite, and you can fill a cooler full of tasty flounder. Make great fish and chips, really a fun way to do it, and you can stock up on some crab bait for later in the season. So that's my number 5. My number 4 is going to be Washington Coast. Go book yourself a charter or go take a look at the jetties when the weather is good, but I would be chasing rockfish and lingcod off the coast of Washington State for my number 4. It can be an absolute blast chasing inshore lingcod and rockfish this time of the year. The weather, yeah, that sometimes can change. You can get some sporty conditions, but if you hit it right, the fishing is phenomenal. So that's my number 4, Washington State coast, chasing lingcod and bottomfish. My number 3 is going to be the popularity for this fishery. That's trout. April is the month of trout in Washington State. Our year-round lakes are getting stocked. We have opening lakes that are seasonal, that happen at the end of April when everybody gets out and enjoys fishing. It's how a lot of kids get started. It's how grandparents can get their family members out. Trout are a staple for the Northwest. I love doing it. I love getting my kids out to do it. So I hope you guys can get out and enjoy it this spring. That's my number 3 for trout fishing. My number 2 is a tough one to put in this spot, but I have to say Kokanee fishing is my number 2. You can chase your local lakes as this weather starts to change. We get more warming. Fish become more cooperative. You can have a really good day and you can have a day that's a little bit tough. And that's the awesome part of kokanee fishing. You can go out there, have success at some of the most amazing table fare fish you can get without having to go all the way out into the ocean to do it. Kokanee are an absolute blast for all ages. And that's my number 2. You can even go out and chase trophy kokanee on the east side of the state. If you really want to get into some different fisheries, you can explore. And kokanee fishing has just blown up in popularity, and rightfully so. That tasty fish on your dinner plate, it's worth every bit of chasing after. So that's my number 2 for kokanee. My number 1, because the options and opportunity presented themselves, is chasing steelhead still. April is a month where we have a lot of trophy steelhead opportunities in most years. When we do have these opportunities, there's very large fish, there's usually good numbers of them, and chasing after these trophies gives you the opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime fish. That 20-pound steelhead that everybody's chasing after for thousands of casts, it's an option that you can go potentially fulfill. So for me, I'm chasing steelhead whenever I can, but especially this time of year, it's a real special treat to go do. So I want to know, what are your top 5 fisheries for April in Washington State? Because I know I left out a couple other ones that hurt to not really mention on my end. Your bass fishing, your walleye. I know there's all starting out there to happen. But I want to know from you guys, what are you going out and chasing? So comment below, would love to hear it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Tight lines, and fish on!